Alright, so it's Orthodox Easter and I should be dyeing eggs, but this happens to me every year. I don't buy my egg dyes on time, so then I end up having to dye my eggs with like color pencils or stuff like that. So this year we're gonna try to dye them with like natural dyes. So I got a bunch of eggs here. Eggs. Unfortunately, they're not white eggs. Apparently, it's much better if they're white eggs, but we're just gonna go with the brown. And we've also got some natural dyes. So I've got a bunch of blueberries, and I actually feel really bad because I think this is gonna be a horrible waste of blueberries. But anyway, we've got blueberries for the blue dye. And apparently, you can use onion peels to make them orange. And I've also got some turmeric for the yellow dye, and we'll see if we can make green with the blue and the yellow. And I've got some beetroot and some hot paprika, and we'll see how red we can make them with that. So this should be really funny and really ridiculous and have terrible results. So let's just see what happens. So this is the turmeric. This is supposed to be the yellow dye, and I think I'm pretty much gonna use like at least half of this to make it really yellow. Oh my god, it's like a really spicy Indian meal. Okay, so I've added some onion peels just to see if I can make the dye a bit stronger, because it was dyeing the eggs yellow, but because they're already brown, it just kind of wasn't very visible that they were yellow. So we'll see what happens now with the combined turmeric and the onion peels. This looks disgusting. Okay, so this on the left is, I think, as yellow or orange as I'm gonna get with brown eggs. I'm just using my parsley, which is for like egg decoration, you know, to make little shapes on the eggs when you put a leaf on them, and then the dye doesn't cover that bit and you have like a little leaf thing. But to be honest, I just like eating it. I've also got some dill, because dill is just awesome. And I know I have a friend who's gonna be like, why are you buying dill again? You bought dill before, it was so weird. But like, they sell it in Lidl, so clearly people buy it. So I don't know where that's coming from. Is it weird to buy dill in the UK? Because I know we buy dill in Bulgaria, you use it on all sorts of things. Also, it's just nice. Dill is brilliant. Okay, so this is the blueberries boiling now with some eggs inside, and I still feel bad, but to be fair, I pretty much ate half of the blueberries before I put them in there. This is some of the blueberries that were boiling, and I've just kind of scooped them into this little jar, and I'm gonna add some sugar to them because I didn't want to waste them completely, because they're pretty much, I mean, the juice is now pretty much in the pot. So this is just kind of stuff that's left over. So I'm just gonna have a little dessert. Okay, so I don't know about the dye, but this is super nice, which is what you would expect because it's like boiled blueberries with some sugar. But yeah, it's really good. So these are my blueberry eggs, and I mean they're kind of blue, because they have these bubbles from the blueberry juice that have kind of stuck to them. So they have this interesting kind of pearly, almost dinosaur egg look. The rest of my blueberry juice has gone inside this cup because I'm just gonna add some sugar to it and drink it because I don't want to waste it. Okay, so this is gonna be my final attempt, the beetroot. And it's already pre-boiled because I couldn't find any fresh beetroot, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's see if we can make the beetroot color a bit stronger with some hot paprika. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of really spicy beetroot, which I may or may not try to eat later on, we'll see. But I've just taken it out of the pot just now. So in terms of red eggs, I think I'm probably not gonna get that, but this is what happened after I added my previous yellow dye to the red dye. I mean, it looks sort of greenish, you can't really see with this light, but let me see if I can take it to the window. It doesn't help too much. I don't know what color that is, but it's still kind of cool. You can see the leaf and everything. So this is another experiment happening here, because I don't think I'm gonna get red the way I'm doing it right now, and red is kind of the most important color. So I don't have proper egg dyes, but I have these like gel food dyes that I know for a fact can't be used for eggs in their normal state because they just don't stick to eggs. They're for completely different things. But what I'm gonna try to do is, like, I've put some gel dye here and I'm gonna try to kind of boil it and see if that works. So I know that's cheating, but I mean, I'm only using natural dyes because I didn't buy the proper ones on time. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to use something that I have at home. So I'm gonna have some red eggs, yay! It is the final egg, and it's gonna be red. And I've almost run out of dye because it keeps like boiling and evaporating. And also the kitchen looks like there's been a murder, like a really bloody murder, because when this thing is like boiling, it starts also like spraying the entire kitchen, so there's like dye everywhere. But you know what, all things considered, I think this result is actually pretty good. Like, look at these guys. If you've watched this thing until the end, I'm honestly pretty impressed with you. But I hope you found it at least a little bit funny or entertaining, and thanks for watching!